Right here, you're locked into the hottest news station on the planet. Hot 702.5 in FM sound. Blazing today's hip-hop, R&B, and pop music. Keeping your radio on fire. Bringing you the hottest, realest, riskiest talk shows live 24/7. Live on hot7025fm.com.
Hey, it's Icarice, and I'm here to tell you about Hotcast for Podcasting. We are a podcasting studio located in Las Vegas, Nevada, in the Hot 702.5 FM studios. You can book online at hot7025fm.com. Just click on Hotcast. You can book and find your times right there. Thank you for booking with Hotcast for Podcasting.
Hi. Hey. What's up?
All your favorite artists.
Check it out. DJ Khaled.
This is Mila J.
Bruno Mars.
On hot7025fm.com.
Yo, it's Tavon Greatness Patterson. Want to listen to Hot 702.5 on the go? Download the Hot 702.5 app on the Apple Store or Google Play Store if you got an Android like me.
Let's get it.
Hey, everybody. It's your girl, MVP Speaks, live in the Hot 702.5 FM studios. You are tuned in to MVP Speaks Live with my amazing co-host, Rachel Cherie. Hello. We are glad that you are here, and we're just going to get into the conversation in a minute. But before we get into the conversation, because I know some people are ready to call in and share their positive dating experiences with us. So I'm excited because we are aligning ourselves with all that we desire in this life. And that may be a relationship for you. So before we do that, I want to tell you to pull up, don't pull out this weekend. On March, what's today? What's Saturday's date? 29th. Oh, wait, before March 29th, Friday, I'm so sorry, you guys. March 28th, it is the Spit Your Truth Experience. What? Yay. You know what the Spit Your Truth Experience? It is a poetry open mic hosted by Rail the Truth, from the Truth Spot LV. And this event is a you need to know where it's at when you get your ticket type event. So I'm not going to tell you where it's at because honestly, I don't even know. I haven't got my ticket yet. But you got to pull up and don't pull out. You can go to the truthspotlv.net for your tickets. If you are a poet, this is a cash prize open mic. Now, that means you can win, but you don't have to compete. You can just come and spit your truth because that's what it's all about. 7 p.m. to 11 p.m. Make sure you pull up, don't pull out. This Saturday, March 29th, is the Obinidi Day Sister Circle. So this is a gathering of women who are coming together just to support one another, learn from one another, learn some spiritual juju and some good stuff you can use along your journey. If you're interested in attending that event, you can get your tickets on Posh, P-O-S-H. It's a sliding scale fee. So don't even worry about it, sweetheart. It's a price for you, and it's going to be a good time. We're going to have brunch. We're going to make honey jars, and we're going to do yoga, meditation, and there's something else. I don't remember, but it's going to be from 10 until 4. So
it's the astrology.
Oh, and the astrology, yes. So if you want to know about astrology, you want to get your meditation on, I'm leading the meditation. I'm so excited to do that. I love doing that. So I'm leading the meditation, and then we're going to have yoga and brunch, and it's going to be fun. So pull up, don't pull out to that. Okay, that's all I got for you today. So it's all my events. It's my show. So we're going to, I feel like I'm sweating. We're going to pull out these Be Inspired inspirational messages. Do you have your own personal bag? They go perfect in your bag, in your car, in your pocket, your kitchen counter by your coffee pot, in your staff room, anywhere. They're really great anywhere. So I'm going to pull, I got 3. How many did you get?
Well, I pulled out 5.
Okay, good. We're going to read them all.
Oh, okay.
So don't worry about it, sweetheart. Okay. I'll let you start. Why don't you start with 2?
2.
Since you got 5.
And they're all upside down, so I don't know what it says.
Oh, it's a
So this is great.
surprise.
Okay, so practice doesn't make perfect. I am a perfect confection. This is like a reminder from 2 weeks ago. Like, remember that. You understand? Okay.
Yes. I was like, we just had that one.
We did.
Okay.
Practice
Doesn't
make perfect. I am a perfect confection.
Yes, you
Say
are.
it with me. I am a perfect confection. Amen. All right.
Amen. Yes.
Remember the God in you.
Okay.
All right now.
Remember the God in you.
I will.
Yes.
I was made in his image
Oh,
and likeness.
yes. Ashe. That's a blessing, you guys. You know, never mind. We'll save that for another day. Okay. I am exactly where I need to be. Wow. That's beautiful. Because it was something getting here. But I'm happy. Excuse me. Happy that I'm here. Okay. Go. Read one. Okay. That way we can be on the same.
The power of my mind is incredible. And I know that to be the truth. Let me tell you why.
Okay. Tell us why. Tell us why.
Because it's been some things happening and I won't disclose yet, but it's been some things happening, and I was talking to MVP about it, and she was just like, well, you know, and it's not about winning, or she said something about winning, and she said, and then, you know, it's not about winning, and I was like, I said that. I said that. It was like so much confirmation in that conversation, because I was just like, I said that too. So it lets me know that I'm on the right path. On the right path. There's other thoughts, but I don't really know how to put them together right now. So we're just going to move on to MVP.
Okay. Shout out to being on the right path. Imagine 3 things that make you smile. Yes, I'm going to imagine right now with me. I'm going to actually imagine my grandbaby, Aaliyah. She's so freaking cute and tall and amazing, and I love her so much. And I'm going to also imagine my brand new little grandbaby who's still cooking in the oven, coming out soon in May, I do believe. So I'm going to imagine him. I do believe he's a him. Because I don't even know what he could look like. Have you imagined something you've never seen before? Oh, he's going to be amazing. I'm so happy to have little grandbabies. It's amazing. And I'm going to imagine Sunday when I don't have to go anywhere or do anything.
That's always so wonderful. It's like a wonderful chill day. I just started planning stuff. Okay, I'm gonna go take a shower, and then I'm gonna go do the dishes, and then I'm going to sit down and do some artwork, and then I'm going to burn some incense, and then I just start planning everything.
Planning it all out. I love that. Yes, it's important. Okay, go.
I'm next.
You're next.
I only bring the best of yesterday into today. See, these are reminders for me.
Yes. I love that.
I'll tell
you. And
y'all.
that's a great little thing to say about these. They're just little reminders because life can help us forget. Mm-hmm. So we just have little reminders to help us remember who the heck we are.
I have a friend that MVP gave the messages to. And she seen him one day, and then she gave him the messages, and then she seen him another day. And she was like, "Have you been reading your messages?" And he was just like, "I sure have. I sure have."
Aww.
I was so happy he was actually reading them.
What's his face?
Yes.
Oh, I didn't even know.
MVP, you asked him.
I forget everything, you guys. It's like a surprise to me. You even told me the other day, she was telling me how a long time ago I brought her a bag of snacks because she was having her lady days and she needed some snacks.
I needed all the fudge rounds.
And I brought
the Snickers. And she like pulled up and she was all smiles. Like she had the grocery bag almost out the window. Like, yes, I was shopping for you.
Oh man, it was kind of like a drive-by too.
It was because you just dropped the bag off.
Man. I'd be forgetting
because I was like in a robe. I wasn't even dressed.
Yeah, I bet when you said it, I remembered like, oh, I did do that.
She did. She did.
I'd be forgetting stuff. Okay. Anyways, practice doesn't make perfect. I am a perfect confection. You know what we call that on my show?
What we call that?
Twinsies.
Twinsies.
Because we got the same. Okay, read your last one, and then we're going to get into the topic of discussion.
I don't know why this made me Okay. Thank yourself. You came a long way. Amen. And amen again. Because that's the truth. That's the absolute truth.
It
and
is.
Then this time next year, I'm going to be. I'm going to pull this message again.
And it's going to remind
next
you.
Next year, I'm going to be like in a better place. I'm not in a bad place right now. I'm going to be in a better place.
Yes.
And next year this time. Yeah.
Shout out to evolving and just continuing to grow.
Yeah.
And it doesn't mean that where you're at is not. It's okay where you're at.
Yeah,
but
I'm doing fine.
You're not always going to be there. We're always going to be developing ourselves and evolving ourselves. That's why this practice doesn't make perfect. I'm a perfect confection. The message behind that is that like you're always evolving. Perfection for most people is something that's complete. This is how it is. It's not changing. It's perfect. But we're always changing and we're always evolving. So that to me makes me feel like we're always perfect.
Correct. I see what you're saying.
See what I'm saying? You
yes.
feel me?
I do feel you.
Feel me?
I do feel you.
All right. So last week, you want to do a little recap of last week?
Yeah.
Okay.
Last week we talked about relationships and we kind of went down the deep end on like the negative side of how we were like disappointed in the results of the dating here.
Yes.
So and we got some feedback from the wonderful owner here, and she gave us some wonderful tips on what we should do.
Yes.
And one of those tips were to write down what we want.
I did not even do that. Did you do that?
I didn't, and it's because I'm still thinking about it. Because I think it's hard for. Remember when you said you felt like you were being shallow if you were. So I think that's the part that's kind of holding me back. But I'm going to make this list. I'm going to make this list, and I'm going to write it down. And you should too. You should too.
Yeah.
She said to write down what you want, exactly what you want.
And I had a kind of a little epiphany too, because last week I was saying how, she was like, write down, is he 6'11"? Is he dark skinned? And I was kind of resisting because I was like, but what if he's not? But then when I was thinking about it throughout the week, I was like, well, if I'm the creator of my reality and the master manifestor, that means I can have whatever I want. And it's not shallow to want someone 6'11", and I don't know if I want you that tall, boo. That might be too tall, but it's okay if you like what you like. And
6'11" is kind of tall.
That's tall as a motherfucker. That's almost 7 feet.
Yeah.
But it's okay to like the type that you like,
right,
and want that. So give yourself permission, and don't call it. You're not shallow. This is what you like. If you like McDonald's, okay, maybe that's not the best choice. But if you like McDonald's, you like it. If you don't think, if someone says, "Oh, come to Burger,"
I like Burger King.
Yeah. I do. I like the Western burgers. That's
the
my
Western
favorite.
burger is
My
so
favorite.
good. Western burger without the bacon. Oh my God. I love burgers with barbecue sauce.
Oh, I love barbecue sauce.
And
Where
onion
are you
rings.
Going with this
I know.
conversation?
Sorry.
I'm hungry now. But yeah, if you like McDonald's, you don't have to go to Burger King if you don't like it. That's what I'm saying.
You can go to McDonald's.
You go to McDonald's.
It's a lot of them.
There's just so many. But so yeah. Anyways, sorry.
It's a lot of Burger Kings too.
It is a lot. They're everywhere.
I don't need.
That's a whole nother
they're
conversation.
Better than McDonald's
because I have seen them on every block. So anyways, like you said, we are talking about the negative, our negative experiences, or just expressing that, we have not had great successful experiences with dating. I was saying that it's hard for me to date because I get attached right away. If I like you, then I like you. And then, I see. I'm open to allowing a dating experience. I want to be able to date. I was telling Rachel on the way here that I don't think I ever really dated. Like when I met my children's fathers and my ex-husband, I want to be like a ex-husband and a baby daddy. He don't like when I call him baby daddy, but this is my baby daddy.
Why don't he like it? Did he give you a reason?
Because he says he's their father, and they're grown now, which he is, and they are, and he's a great father. But that I was younger then, so that's my baby daddy.
So you're never gonna call him the kid's dad. You're gonna call him baby daddy.
Yeah, it's so funny because for a long time I had him saved in my phone as they daddy. And he did not he found out because I sent him a screenshot of something, and he was like, why I got to be they daddy? I was like, is you not their daddy?
You are.
He thought it was so disrespectful, and I did not ever mean it like that because I have worse numbers saved in my phone. I have one recently that's saved as no thank you.
I thought that was hilarious.
So when they call,
no thank you. That's so polite.
No, I'm trying to be polite. We have to be gracious. So, anyways, so I'm open to having a dating experience because I don't think I've really dated, like, even not just one person, but multiple people, like courtship and just let's get to know each other or something. I'm interested in you. You're nice. I want to know about you. It's usually like, what that booty do?
Right.
So
yes, we want you all to call in and tell us about your successful dating experiences.
We want to hear.
We want to hear about it. We want to know about your positive, successful dates.
Yes.
Maybe y'all didn't end up together or whatever. Like maybe that's not your significant other right now, but you had a good date though, right?
Yeah.
And maybe your guys are just friends now. We want to hear about that too.
Yes.
I want to hear about all the positivity.
Yes, definitely. And one thing that I know for sure, that if you desire something, you have to focus on what that is that you desire. Excuse me. So by hearing other people's successful dating stories, it opens up the energy for that. But while we're waiting for you guys to call in, 702-551-5261, I want to define a little bit ways that we can help manifest our relationships that we want. And the first thing we already talked about, which is defining what you want. Mm-hmm. Not just who you want, but what does a successful relationship look like to you?
Right.
What's a successful relationship look like to you? Not all, of course we can't talk about everything, but just the top 5 things.
Top 5
successful.
Okay, I will say it's good communication.
Communication, right now.
Yep. In good communication, I mean, like even if the person make you upset, you talk about it. You don't hold it in. I'm one of those people that I'll hold it in because sometimes I just don't I just don't want to like rock the boat sometimes. So I'll just leave it. But other times I will voice how I feel. So open communication is wonderful, and I really do feel like that's probably number 1, maybe.
Okay.
Because if you don't have communication,
have to rate the things
right?
either.
But if you don't have communication, you don't have a relationship then. Because what are you doing?
Right. Okay.
What's one you want in your relationship?
Well, one of the things that I want in my relationship is I want freedom.
Okay.
Because a lot of times, from my experience and from what I've seen and from what I know, when people get into a relationship, it is often constricting because now I'm with you. So now all these things I used to do by myself, like go out with my girls or go out with my boys or take a trip or, whatever it is, now it's like I, quote unquote, can't really do that. That's from my experience.
Okay.
Or it's limiting. Or now I have to ask you or tell you, oh, I'm going here, I'm going there. And I'm not saying you shouldn't communicate, but it's not about, I just want to be able to be free. Like, you coming on? What you got to say? She's like,
well, I totally agree with the freedom, but MVP,
yes.
You don't have to give up anything.
I know you don't.
Yes, but you said
I'm
in your
saying
experiences.
that's my past experience.
Okay.
Like I was in a relationship for a long time where I didn't have an outside life. It was not free. It was controlling and manipulative. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
So I want freedom in a relationship. I want to be able to be my true authentic self.
Okay.
And you not feel threatened by the fact that I'm an entertainer, I'm an artist, I'm out here on stage every day, giving out autographs, I'm traveling the world. Like you gotta be able, you have to be able to be confident in what we have. So, and I have to be able to be myself.
Amen. I agree.
You want to say something, Miss Carice?
Yeah, I'm just a caller.
Oh, caller.
Ring, ring.
Ring, ring.
So I hear you say you want to be free, right?
Yes.
And I think that you should be able to maintain relationships and things like that. But when you find him, okay, that's gonna be like you're gonna want to just hang out with that guy.
Oh yeah, that's fine. Yes,
but at the same time, you're going to want to communicate. Okay, it's one thing about being free to, go out with your friends and still have these existing relationships outside of your, your intimate, loving partner. But you're gonna need to tell them where you're going.
Yeah, if we live together, maybe.
No, if you don't live together, why not tell them? What if something like why not just say, "Hey, I have this event. I'm just gonna go. It's at 7." Why not tell him that?
What
if
I'm
something
saying
happens
I don't
at that
want to tell him.
Yeah, but I think you're projecting from your old relationship.
Hell yeah, because I'm still figuring it out.
Right, but you don't have to restrict yourself to not communicating to this other person.
But I'm saying
something as simple as I'm going to be at Rel's event at 7.
Right. So say I'm out and I run into Rachel and we just go out to lunch.
Just say, babe, I'm going to go to lunch with Rachel.
But why do I have to say I'm going to lunch?
Why don't you? Why can't you?
Why? But why do I have to?
But why? Because you're going to learn.
Why can't I tell him? Why can't I tell him after the fact?
Because you're going to learn to be an effective communicator.
Why can't I tell him when I get home?
Why do you have to wait till you get home? Why can't? Because
in 1989 we didn't have text messaging.
Because what happened? Well,
but we do now.
It's 2025. But what happens if you and Rachel go and God forbid any of this happens, right? You go to some restaurant, right?
Yeah.
And something happens there.
Yeah.
You never told him you went. Something pops up on the news. You and Rachel over here getting held up by gunpoint, and he's like, "Dang, you couldn't even just tell me. I could have, at least come and known how to rescue
save you." Yes.
But the thing is, you can. This is what I've learned because I've been in relationships where I was like, I'll never do that again because it hurt me. Like after the fact, learning, like, you know what, that didn't make me feel good. But I think that when you find him, you're going to want to tell him like, hey, babe, I'm going to go there.
Tell you all, yes.
It's not. So don't try to restrict yourself now based off of how you felt in a previous relationship because you're not going to be with him again.
Right. That's true.
This new him is going to be
it's different.
Yeah.
And that's, I agree.
You built him.
Yes.
You manifested this new him.
And he starts with freedom.
And I agree. Keep him.
But it depends on what freedom looks like. Like I know I can go, say we left here and we're going to go grab, I'm going to go with MVP and Rachel. We're going to go grab something to eat. We're probably going to go to PK's. He'd be like, all right, cool. I'll see you, when you get home.
Yes.
He got my location.
Yes.
I could still tell him.
Yeah.
He knows he knows where I am right now. If he wanted to look.
Right.
Because it's safe. It's like, it's nothing wrong with just saying that.
Yeah, I don't. You're right, and I don't think there is anything wrong with saying that. But one of my things I feel like in this time is that everything is so like I'm text you all day long about what's going on.
No, that's not how it works.
I hope not. Because then
But
when
I don't
but
think
it
she's
will-
saying that. I just think she's saying if you're going somewhere.
yeah, and I'm not saying that's what she's saying, but this is where my mindset is coming from. Like I feel like
You're gonna want to talk to him.
I know.
Like
Maybe that's
literally,
true. I'm
I
gonna
literally
wanna
just
talk to him.
Earlier today, like
You're right.
my husband pulled. Matter of fact, he pulled up. He was like, "Hey, can I see your face?"
Aw.
And he just pulled up, and I just went downstairs, gave him a hug and a kiss,
I love
and then he went, on his
Yeah.
merry way.
Oh,
Like it was.
That is
But,
so sweet.
but you're gonna like. I want to. He called me. He had a
You
meeting.
wanna talk to
He had a
him. You wanna
meeting
hear
this
their
morning.
voice. You're right.
He had a meeting this morning. He calls me right after. Hey, this is what happened at the meeting. Because this is my BFF.
You're right. So you're right. And I can see how my mind frame is not seeing it that way when I'm thinking about it. I'm thinking
Yeah, 'cause
about
you
it
like,
in the past
F that
tense.
mofo who did that.
Right.
Yeah, I feel it.
Like-
I'm telling you, I feel it.
Like, mother sucker. So you're right. So this is important. This is a very important conversation because once again, it's all about you. And so if myself, I'm still stuck in that mind frame where I'm still worried about, being confined or being restricted, not able to go do this, that, and the other, that's the old energy. And so for me to manifest the new guy, I can't.
You have to get rid of the old
right.
energy.
I can't lead with that old
Yes,
energy. I want
yes.
freedom because this, that, and the other happened.
Right.
I'm still from back there.
I mean, I think the freedom part is fine.
Yeah.
But all this extraness you had put on there, yeah, no. I think the freedom
Tell
part
me
is
about
absolutely
myself.
fine.
Tell
But
me
you
about
like,
myself.
I ain't telling this nigga where I'm going.
No, I didn't.
Well, I ain't telling
and
him.
you're right. I am gonna want to communicate and talk with whoever it is that I'm
Yeah.
with. So that's true. Okay, so
I mean, it don't have to be,
Right.
every 5 minutes
every
on
5
the phone.
minutes. And I really feel like, because I'll see on the internet where people will be like, oh, somebody ain't text, my boo ain't text me back. It's been an hour. But so what? Like, calm down. Like, I'm not gonna.
They're probably asleep.
Yeah, they could
'Cause
be doing
that's
anything.
definitely what I'm doing. I'm
and
probably
I feel,
asleep.
And that's a good thing though, because I feel like sometimes those situations are rooted, like in the past, rooted
Mm-hmm.
in fear. Like if I'm with you and I know you and I love you and we Gucci, like if you don't text me back right away, why am I gonna be mad? Like that's my thing.
Yeah.
So I guess my past experience would be something similar to that. Like, oh, you didn't text me back or you didn't call me back. Where you at? Like, and it's not like where you at, boo, because I love you. It's like where you at, who you with type energy. You know what I'm saying? So
But that's not where you'll be.
No,
now.
that's not where
That's
I'll
not
be.
where you're be. You're
So-
you're in a totally different space where you're
Yes.
still learning who you are. I'm still learning I don't
Yes,
even know who
that's
I'm gonna be
forever.
tomorrow.
For
I tell
real.
my husband that all the time. I don't know who I'm gonna be. Who she gonna be
We're
tomorrow?
always
yes,
changing.
yes,
Yes.
we're always changing.
Always
Yes.
evolving.
And then too, you do reflect on previous situations, and you're like, okay, do I want to react to this person like I did based off of this
Yes.
situation?
Yes.
And then you're gonna stunt yourself.
Mm-hmm.
So you're just gonna have to be free
Yes.
in all things.
In all things, that's true. And the other thing on here was talking about your self-love and your personal alignment. So whatever we desire. Ain't nobody called in yet? Well, you motherfuckers, everybody was like, we calling in.
Yes, please call.
Yeah, they
we want to hear
texted me.
your voice.
Oh, did I say something happened? My baby's feeling better. I can talk about that. Oh, sorry. That was not that. Okay. But yeah, so manifesting a relationship that you truly desire starts with you, first of all, loving yourself. I feel like how you want to be loved, being okay with being alone and being to yourself. Myself, I used to be very needy. Like I probably was that. Oh, damn, that's crazy. Oh. So I was that crazy mother sucker. Like, where you at? Why you ain't? That was me. Oh my God. It was me.
So you talking about I want freedom. I don't want to be the person I used to be. That's what you
It was
pretty
me.
much said.
Oh my God. I just like literally had a flashback of me being young, with one of my ex-husband or my baby dad and one of them to be young and just feeling so needy. Like, why are you not here? And where are you at? Right. And that was me. Wow.
So you want to be set free.
Thanks
from
for tuning in.
Self.
We'll see you next week. No, just kidding. Okay, yes.
So
go. What were you going to say?
You want to be set free from your past self.
Yes. Yeah. I'm evolving. Yeah. Wow. I really like my brain, like my mind, like right here is literally like ding, 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 ding.
It was you.
It was me. That's amazing. And you know what? I heard a long time ago somewhere that when people are doing stuff to you.
Whoa, he's big. Oh, sorry.
Damn, that's what she said.
It's a very tall guy out.
He was tall.
Okay, I'm listening.
That might be him. You want to go? You want to go? You want to run out there real quick? Excuse me, sir.
We're manifesting relationships.
And you just walked right by, and I saw you with your tall, handsome self.
He's a working man.
He's a working man. Got himself a job. Mm-hmm. Sometimes job. I do definitely. I like a working man. I like a man that works like UPS or something. Like pick up some boxes. I don't know why. Like an industrial job. I don't know. Anyways, I lost my whole train of thought.
You, huh?
It's manly.
Yeah.
I like a man.
I understand that.
I like a manly man, and it's crazy because I like a manly man with nice hands. Something about
nice hands are so wonderful.
Oh man, I love it.
It's wonderful. I totally understand what you're saying as far as the hands. My mom used to say stuff about men's hands when we were kids all the time.
What did she say?
Because she don't like dirty nails and stuff like that.
Yeah,
keep your nails
I don't
clean.
Like that. Yes.
Yeah, so she definitely was always talking about hands.
Yes. First of all, you can't have dirty hands and then try and touch all on me. Like
that's gross.
That's gross.
So
yeah, clean hands. You can be a working man. What do they call that? Like a blue collar man? I don't know.
Yeah,
every time I see like a nice guy like in a UPS truck or a FedEx truck, I feel like I like that. Like,
we have some comments.
We have some comments. Talk about your relationship with religion. What?
Yeah, no. We're not talking about that.
Do you feel like that relates to the topic? I think. How did that change your perspective? Oh, how did I change my perspective on relationships? Why you don't call in, Falcon? Where you at? Are you teaching? 702-551-5261. Because I want to know exactly what you're talking about. My relationship with religion has definitely evolved. And I feel like we have a relationship with everything in our life. And my relationship with God changed when I stopped being afraid of God. Mm-hmm. I used to be like fearful, like, I'm going to get in trouble. I'm going to hell. I'm a bad girl.
That's how we're taught.
That's how we're taught.
We're taught to be scared. Even though they say they try to backpedal and say you're not supposed to be scared, but
they impart the fear upon you.
Exactly.
Ooh, that's such a nice topic. We're really going to have to talk about that later because, that's a lot.
So I agree with you. My relationship with God definitely changed after I wasn't scared anymore.
Yes.
And I honestly feel like it was like the tragedy of my life that happened or whatever. And I was just like, asking questions and when I didn't get struck down to the ground, I'm just like, okay, so I can't ask questions. All right. Okay, so
I'm still here.
Right. So I really wanted to know why. I still want to know why. I don't think it's wrong to ask why.
No.
It's a part of being a human.
It's our natural curiosity.
Yeah.
Caller. Hello. Who is on the line? Turn your radio down. You know how it is on the radio. You can't be listening to the radio while you're on the radio.
Turn it down a little bit.
Oh, it sounds like it's the Falcon.
Yeah, it's the Falcon.
Hey, thanks for calling in. You're now tuned in to MVP Speaks Life. What's on your mind, caller?
What's good? Oh, well, you said to call in. You told me to call. What
Okay.
you want?
Because you posed the question, talk about your relationship with religion, and I was trying to see how you wanted me to relate that to the conversation.
Because it's relationships.
Well, according to what you were speaking on,
Okay.
I believe that religion has a lot to do with your accepting of behavior and your idea on what your partner should and shouldn't be doing. So religion, in my opinion, absolutely confines you. It's a confining institution. So your relationship with your partner it's a significant reason for you accepting certain behaviors of staying locked in, as well as, but when you let certain things go, and you get your freedom, it usually frees you from other things. And my belief is, I know that once you let go of certain things, the level of freedom you have in relationships and your relationship with God is a little different. Okay. If that makes sense.
Yes, it makes perfect sense.
And I'm so happy you called in, Falcon, because your question, we can go off the deep end with your question, but when you clarified what you meant, I totally understand what you're saying. I'm so happy you called in. Thank you so much.
Thank you. And I'm also happy you called in because I want you to share with us your dating experience with your current life partner, Fantasia. Because I know you have a good. Do you have a how you became to be, like your first date when you first saw each other? You know, that type of thing. We're getting into the.
Why are you laughing?
Probably because was you not shitting? We didn't know.
Like me to tell that story.
Oh, what did you do? Was it really the gray sweatpants?
No. So no, seriously.
Seriously.
We were at the workplace when we met, and I saw a beautiful young lady, right? Physically, I didn't know her. I just saw the physical outlook of this woman, because we were in mass during this time.
In mass?
Right. We were in mass. I literally never saw her face until our first date.
I thought he said mass like the Catholic Church. I was so confused. Okay, you had mass on.
No.
Got you.
We had mass because it was right after COVID when we first came back to school.
Oh.
And I literally never saw her face until we went on our first date.
What?
And I was like, damn, you kind of cute. You know, I'm like, it's more than just the body. She got brains and she's beautiful. I was like, oh, okay.
Okay.
I can really work with this.
Oh.
You know.
So tell me, we want to know about your first date. How did that come to be?
I asked her to go and have lunch or something after school, and I took her to this little cheap spot that, you know, she had never ate at before, or I think I was introducing her to a vegetarian meal. Okay. And we went and ate, and I got to see her face because this is the first time I got to see her face without a mask. And I'm like, okay. And then we talked and ate and talked, and then we were just together every day since then.
Oh,
that sounds so wonderful.
I love that.
Now, that doesn't mean that everything is always perfect. We've had our trials, our ups and downs. Don't let me give you the false impression that everything is always been cookies and cream.
I picture Fantasia looking at him like, you better tell all the truth, mother sucker. No, just kidding.
We've had our ups and downs, ins and outs, and I mean, I think that's a part of the relationship.
Yes.
So that's just the reality of life. And I look at life. When I look at life, I look at nature. I think everything is if you can understand nature, you can understand life. If you can understand that seasons are going to change, you can understand life.
That's true.
And relationships are no different. There's going to be summertime. There's going to be shit hot. There's going to be wintertime. Shit's going to be cold. There's going to be spring and fall. And you gotta just stay the course.
Yes.
And if you stay the course, if you make the decision that this is the person you want to be with, and you stay the course, not again, you will still have disagreements. That's your winter or your
Yes.
or your extra hot summer in Vegas. You know, you're gonna have those times. You just got to get through it. So
did you guys like talk about like your expectations in a relationship? Was there like deal breakers? Did you guys like have conversations about what makes
absolutely?
You know,
we did that. Like our first couple of conversations, like, you like animals? You like to live with animals? Nah, I don't like living with animals. Okay, good, because that was a deal breaker for me.
Oh, okay.
You know,
you don't like living with animals?
Nah, I don't like living with animals. Sorry.
Oh, okay, that's all right.
See, we'd have never worked, MVP. Sorry.
Everything happens for a reason.
There you go. You can only be my sister. You
Right.
That's it.
Oh. Okay.
You know, so there were deal breakers. I probably broke more deals than she broke, but you know, we worked through them and things like that.
Okay.
So, yeah, we
Well-
talked about it. We talked about our past experiences. We talked about therapy. Would we do therapy? And doing therapy. You know, a lot of things we talked about and discussed prior to really, even though it was all fast. It was all really fast.
Aw.
Let me preface that. But
She swept
I
you off
knew-
your feet, huh?
No. I knew that I wanted a woman like her.
Oh.
You know what I'm saying? I didn't know that she would last, but I knew I wanted a woman like her because we talked. And just from talking, I could understand that she fit in the mold for me.
Oh.
You know, she probably didn't think I fit in the mold for her, but I had to
Brainwash
I
her
had to
first.
stay there. No,
I know. I'm just talking smack.
She was already clean.
You already flashed the light in her eyes.
Yeah.
Oh, so
But yeah, that's
so
what it is.
oh man, I had another question I was about to ask, and it flew away from me. Oh,
Flew away.
it flew away. I can't remember, but it flew away. But I'm happy that you called in and shared your experience with us, and provided some good information for the listeners, because I think it's important that we hear from each other. Oh, I was going to ask you, were you looking or looking for a relationship at the time? And then the other tell TT baby to calm down. And the other question was, did either one of you write a list or think about the type of person you wanted, or I'm sure you already knew, but did either one of you do any of those type of techniques?
No. We did do that. We did I'm
talking about before you met.
No, I'm gonna say not before we met.
Okay.
But I'm gonna say I already had in my mind what I was looking for. And what was the other question? What was the first question?
It was were you in the market? Were you like actively thinking I'm looking for somebody?
Yeah. I was actively looking for someone to be with.
Okay.
Yes.
And she was not. She was like, I
That's
was not.
She said she wasn't. She said she was just working and going to school, and
Not even
then I came
focused.
along and just was like, "Hello, let's do this." And she said, "All right."
How did she respond to you when you approached her?
She thought I was joking. She thought I wasn't serious. She thought I just wanted to smash.
Oh. Smash. I love that for you.
Yeah.
You guys are my favorite couples. I enjoy seeing you guys out, and I'm happy you let us know it wasn't all hunky dory. And like you said, that's life. Like that helps us grow.
Yeah.
So.
Right.
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh. All right.
Yeah. We had a problem last week.
Dang.
But
She said he was on the couch. Right. You got to get
I'm
through
always
it.
on the couch, but that's a whole nother story.
Well, I love you guys so much. Thank you for calling in.
No problem. We love you too. You guys
All
are great.
right.
Keep up the good work.
Thank you.
Keep doing that
Thank
thing.
you, Falcon.
All right. Peace and love.
You're welcome.
You're
Peace.
welcome. He said just like they say it in the song. It's a song by Rockness. It's called Winter Circle, and in part of the song he says something. He's like, "Thank you, say thank you," and then he says, "You're welcome." He sounds just like that. Just go listen to it. Anyways, okay. Did you want to add any comments to anything that was said before we move on to the next little thing?
No, but I am happy that he called in and told us about how they met. And everything, because I had never known their story, so this is it was really nice to hear their story.
I love that, and I think that's nice. You know, we should share our stories with each other, because I think it's just it's heartwarming, and you know, it helps you. I think someone else is calling. It helps you know, a little bit deeper the people that you're tuning into. Hello, MVP Speaks Life. Who's calling?
This is Kieran.
Hey, Kieran.
Hi.
Hey.
Are you calling in to share a successful dating story with us?
I am.
Oh, I can't wait. We are all ears.
Okay, my successful dating story. It happened last year. I got an Instagram request from my middle school boyfriend. And he had found out that my sister had passed away, and because we all went to school together.
Oh.
And when he hit me up, I laughed because I had just finished like this really trash ass like relationship. It was barely a relationship, if that. It was like a situation.
Okay.
And I just laughed like the universe must be testing me with something. I don't know what this is. And I hadn't heard his voice in like 22 years.
Wow.
And so we spoke on the phone and stuff, and it was just like old times. Like when we were kids, I'm like 12, 13 years old, and we'd be on the phone all the time. Like when he get home, I'll call him at his grandma's house. His mom will come pick him up. Like, okay, I'm gonna call you when I get home.
Oh, yeah.
And then he'll call me then. Yeah, like when we had cords on the phone.
Right.
It was them days.
I already knew.
You couldn't leave the room. So we would talk all the time, but it turned out to be just like that. It was like we had such a good friendship then that it just
Carried
was
over.
the same way now. And so like it was like old, but it was new because it's like now we're grown.
You're grown, yep.
And the way that I can just tell that he's like evolved, like we went through our own growth separately, and I feel like it's nice to be with somebody that's doing that with you.
Yes.
And like we're able to like communicate effectively.
Oh, I love that.
And it's a safe space all the time.
I love
where
that.
I can voice myself and be like, well, I feel like, you're doing this or you're being like this.
That's beautiful.
And he'll listen and will actually get it right the next time. And the hurt woman in me would be like, no, something's up. He's gonna fuck up again. But he really is a really good guy, and we just have a really good friendship, and that's the thing that I value the most. And I feel like that is the successful part about it, because I feel like most relationships aren't rooted in that type of friendship, and I feel like that's needed.
Yes. I'm glad you said that, because we only have 4 minutes left, but I feel like the friendship is important. And a lot of times I feel like I want to be like, can you be my friend?
Yes.
Like, can we be friends? Mm-hmm. All the other stuff is going to come,
Like, that should be your homie. Like,
yes.
Give me some advice. Tell me something real, but respect me like I'm your friend. Like I feel like it'd be way too much disrespect going on in the relationships, and you don't look at the person like they're your friend. Like, you don't even like them. So, like, what are you doing?
I don't even like you no more. Yes. So you, when you got in the inbox and you started talking and you called each other and you were talking, it was like old times. And then did you just say, let's go out to eat? Or was he like, let me take you on a date? Or?
Well, he still lives in my hometown.
Oh.
So, like, we are, like, long distance. So we see each other maybe, the last time I saw him was in January for his birthday. But we're seeing each other like every other month.
Okay. Well, that's
just
nice.
Flying back and forth, and it's been nice. And I don't feel like what are you doing?
You feel secure
when
and
I'm not there,
right? Exactly. And I feel like that speaks to the maturity that that you have, and that he probably has as well. Mm-hmm. Yes, that's good. Thank you for calling in and sharing that.
Absolutely.
Because we need to hear more successful stories, because I do believe love is possible for us all if that's what we want. And it can be nice. It don't have to be a hot mess like the past.
Right. Absolutely.
So cheers to you, and cheers to a successful relationship. We definitely love you and appreciate you. Thank you for calling.
Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you, Kieran.
Aw. Did you ever have a successful date? We only got 2 minutes.
Yes, I've had successful dates, and I don't really feel like they turned into anything. Okay. But we still had a good time.
Okay,
it was a good time. It was a good time. It lasted as long as it lasted, and I have no hard feelings, and I hope they are well.
Yes, I love that. And that made me think too, like, even if you're not like trying to be married or be like all locked down, you can still just go have fun.
Right.
And, have a good time. And it doesn't, go out to the park or go out eating or just go enjoy each other's company.
Right.
Because I feel like more than anything, we all desire that, like that connection with another person, someone you can relate to and enjoy. So, any final words, Rachel? I'm gonna let you close out the show. I'm sorry, say it again because I was talking over you.
Love yourself and love others. We appreciate you all for tuning into this show. See us next week, and you can actually see us next week. Yay. See us next week, Wednesday at 6:00 on the dot.
All right. Peace and love.
Toodles.
Thanks for tuning in to MVP Speaks Life on Hot 702.5 FM.